Still on justice for Mohbad, my people, hey, Wunmi have no hiding place, cause Papa Mohbad legal team don't come out with another ogbonge evidence against Wunmi on the RIP of Mohbad. My people, make una come, make we gather hear this one together. But before then, I still remember una humble get case. I mean, they bring una latest ogbonge tori. If you never subscribe to this channel, please subscribe. Click on notification bell so that they go notify you anytime we drop tori like this. Let's go there, guys.
I've been on her side that she should not, and probably if she does, probably some things should be spilled and it will actually lead to problems or whatever. Now on the other hand, we have Papa Mohbad, who some persons believe in and some persons do not believe in, and some persons are on the fence that they are only watching him and they are hoping he does the right thing. Now, if you look at his Papa Mohbad side, he has actually started a journey, even though during the journeys some people are not believing in him, while some people are feeling like as if they are not believing the journey, even though we can see that he's on a journey. Now we are left to actually pick a side and to feel like, okay, this person that has started the journey now, do we actually rely on him? Do we advise him? Do we do a little follow-up with him and help him at least to get to the destination and make sure that the aim and the objective of this whole movement is achieved? So sometimes I feel we need to actually be on a side. There's what we call constructive criticism, where you can actually criticize somebody, you understand? By so doing, you're actually telling them that what you're doing is wrong, this is a better way to do it, and making sure that when you're criticizing somebody, criticize them to their face, not at the back, where it is possible that they're not going to get it, where it is possible that that information may not get to them, you understand? So sometimes I feel like, number one, Wunmi has a lot of information with her, because she's part of those persons who are with the deceased within some few hours before he passed. Now, on the other side, Papa Mohbad, who was called on after the incident, and he got there, probably some of us believe that, okay, he could have done some things that he did not do, probably because of tension or because of some other reasons best known to him. Now, I feel like we should actually try to give kudos when it is needed, and also give criticisms when it is needed. And I like the way Susie for Justice gave at the beginning, and you understand. But at the end, I feel like even despite the whole discussion, we still need to pick a standard. Okay, well, we believe that you started the justice for Mohbad. These are the things that you're not doing, and we believe that if you're able to do these things, we are going to get to where we are going earlier. You understand? And we should know that, okay, from the side of Wunmi, has she done any single thing that has told us that she's looking for justice for her deceased husband? Of course, no. So definitely, it's going to be a write-off for us that no, this person is not part of the movement, and this person does not even mean well or does not mean anything at all for this movement. So definitely, we'll write her off. You understand? But on the other side, we need to keep engaging and telling them that no, please come. This is what to do. That is how to do it, and trying as much as possible to avoid distractions or some persons who are parading themselves to be more like advisors or persons who know more. I mean, while some of them don't know anything, they just have that oration prowess, nothing else. You understand? So sometimes I feel like it's very good for us to do this, our criticisms directly, so that it can impact. Because take it or leave it, if you come out, if you come here and argue this matter for hours, sorry, Aristotle, I'm rounding up. If we come out here and argue this matter for hours, we'll come back tomorrow, argue them, come back a day after, and we'll keep coming back to argue the discussions. And sometimes we'll get tired. You understand? Because on the other side, there's a way somebody might be looking at you like you're attacking them. Meanwhile, they don't know that you're actually you mean well for them, and you're trying to advise them what to do and actually support them. You understand? So this is just my own little take on the matter. So thank you. Aristocrat, over to you.
There are other people here to talk. For me, I like to stay on the matter. You see, all these vavavu, me, I know they like. The question was I think it was the same topic we discussed about the last time, equally. Well, I was on your platform talking about what. Yes, it's just the same thing. And I think for me, while we know that this matter of the death of Mohbad and every other activities, misgivings, assertions, and discussion of people all around the whole thing, around the people, members of his family are there. And for me, as I've always said, the facts are things that are quoted by the government and possibly by individuals through their interview and speeches. Those are the facts. Whatever anyone comes outside to talk about, none of them live with them. None of them were present when the incident happened. They all heard on the media and decided to turn themselves to SSA and SCs, as it were. So I don't count those very important. Now, in order not to get into that room or bucket of argument, I rather put it on a general pedestrian, which is, in our clients today, why is it that when a man dies, the members of the family always cast aspersions on the widow? Why? They cast aspersion on the widow to the extent that even the diseased offsprings are also thrown into the abyss of pains, as it were. Now, I think that should be the discussion and not the discussion that will take us into that realm of argument. Because at the end of the day, if we want to maintain civility that we've maintained on this platform, in our discussion says, it will be best for us to keep ourselves in that spare and not to go to that. So anyone that is for A, for B, put your support into your pocket and look at the matter as a general African issue that has continued to exist since time immemorial and still continues even with the level of travels of Africans and level of education of Africans. People that are even well-read still put themselves into that box. A good example will be the family of the late CEO and chairman of Access Bank that unfortunately died in an air mishap with his wife and his first son. Today, we have seen his own father going to court trying to claim percentage. We've seen a distant cousin coming to say, I am the one that will manage this thing. And this is not about the father and the mother gone now. This still happen. This craziness happens every day. Happens every day. Happens all the time. And we are all part of it because our friends and our loved ones have been victims of this stupidity. I have a couple of friends that have unfortunately died lately, and the family are facing this kind of trouble. The family member, you will find out that today they are enlightened, they are well-read, but of the earth. And some of them are also in this justice for Mohbad, fighting and saying, we fight for this, we fight for that. Because this is what Africa has turned to. We might be able to talk about Nigeria, possibly we are Nigerians, but there are other African societies that I've seen and I've heard, have had friends in other African countries, even in some Asia countries, that are also going through this madness. That when someone is alive, God had blessed that person, and that person was not selfish, was able to help everyone around him, was able to put his family that are not up to par with him on a nice pedestrian, was able to work hard and take care of his parents. But when such people die at an unexpected time, the same family that used to say, our wife, our children, our wife, when their father is alive, oh, if you need anything, just call on me, I will answer. It was because the father was still giving them money. And when the man dies, he changes. The wife will turn to devil. Even though nobody have seen devil and people continue to paint devil, I always tell people, do you know even if devil is the most handsome person that you've ever met, but you paint him dark, the person turns evil. The wife turns evil overnight. And they begin to come with different types of rhetorics to say why she should be chased out of the house even with her children, or why the younger brother or senior brother or someone within the family needs to marry her in order to take care of her and the property their brother left behind. Why the lazy ass people would not work with what that guy has given them while he was alive. They have squandered those, and their eyes is still in his property. Their eyes is still in his items, even unto his wife. And in the case where some of them take over this thing, they treat those children like slaves. They treat the wife like a nobody. They will turn out, they will objectify the woman if the woman agrees. If the woman refuses, they will say she is an ashewo, chase her out. There are some, they will say, bat the dead person and let her drink the water. If she dies, then she was the one that killed her brother. This is the society we have. And I think that is what we should be talking about. Because it's a menace among us black people. I put Justice Mohbad's case aside. His case get comma as a B. Everybody can suspect what they want to put that the way it is. But there are more than 5,000 cases that have never been reported and are falling into this victimization of widows or the descendant of a dead person. If now woman die, the man will take care of them. But we have seen, and some of us have been victim of when parents will die. The uncles that will say, in Yoruba language, and they will do. I will do more than what your parent do or your father did. They will do. Because your father will not send you out to be a slave. Neither will they neglect you and your feelings. Neither will your parents take what is rightfully yours. But they will do it to you because they are evil. And I think this is what we should be talking about. You see, that of Wigwe, the father that is alive, wanting to fight for the property of the son, when his son, his wife, and the first child. About how to share his property. This is Nigeria, my people. And this is what we need to face. And I think with this discussion, this is how, away from the job, because Mohbad will get the justice whichever way is defined. He's dead, he's going to be buried, His loved ones have accepted that he has left them. They can manage his property. For me personally, I care less. Because if they share his property, even to the hundredth of the atom of his property, you know, go reach me. So I'm not always interested in that. But in terms of, doing something that evil things will not happen in our society, that is the public thing I'm interested in. But let's look at it at the general level. This thing still continues among us. It continues. Tomorrow it will happen. Today it's happening to some people. There are families. I heard a story. Someone was telling that thing. I don't know who said it the last time we were discussing. This lady was abroad.
Yeah, I was one
The husband died. Thank you. The husband died in South Africa. The siblings took his body and barred the family, his wife and children from coming back to see. And the woman was saying, as we are speaking, they are lowering my husband to the head. And she was still in South Africa. She came back to Nigeria and she suffered it. It was Demba that gave that story. And they lowered, and the woman came back to Nigeria and suffered. They took all the property. It was someone else that helped her, and she's now in America. This is what our society is. This is what culture is. And you find out that people that are even educated are the ones that are into this thing. So for me, what will I say it is? It is greed, evil, laziness. Because your brother get money and because he's helping you. If he's dead, all the help, as far as I'm concerned, I said it that day, I always tell my siblings, if I die, when nobody say I don't owe well, if anybody touch my property or fight anything with my family, now my spirit go on them and their own fire. Because they know they there. When my wife, they give me begiri and they will do and orishirishi. They know they there. When they come home late, when they go day gate, they look say I never come. They know they there when they travel, Ajala travel. When they go here say plane crash, they never hear from me for 1 day or two because of whatever, and they are all in panic. And I will call, why did you tell her and all that? They know they there. They know they there when they do icky. When they get blister, they get rishi. They know they there when they suck nipple and I use my teeth bite the nipple. Now when they help them, I can't die. They now won't fight for my property. Now no be Ogun go kill them. Now thunder go fire on them. Because that is the reality. Why someone is alive, if he helps you while he is breathing, it is his prerogative. His property that he left behind is the prerogative of his family. Because he is the one and his family that labored for that thing, and God bless it. A woman might be an housewife, but do you know the support? Do you know even if it is a connection that gave the husband the prosperity he had? Do you know even if she's the one that fasts for him, that is the prayer warrior in the house, that when he goes for contract, now she they fast, now the guy they go talk, and things they work for them. But they are helping you. But when they die, that is when you now say, I listen to people around, they say, that first time no look like our pikinu. It be like saying, now in friend give am belle, and our son no. So we want, this is the problem. Why? Because of greed. And I think if we are able to share experiences of other people in this field, and we as a people, we learn from it. We as a people, we talk. It will bring more civility. But if we go into that circle of Wunmi, Papa Mohbad and all that, we will still the fight. Thank you very much, my brother.
Aristocrat, if everybody can hear me, thanks for that wonderful submission. This is what I believe we need to champion, and I believe that if we get to the depth of it, we will start understanding ourselves regardless of which part of the fence we sit. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I just want to say something about what Aristocrat said.
Sorry,
Can somebody hear me?
Before you go, please. I can. Just please hold on.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Aristocrats, well said, and we understand the virus out there, whereby the greed from different families and co. But now we're not trying to look at that side now. We're trying to look at the criminal part now. We're trying to look at what actually led to the fire of this guy. And the last time, I think, when the legal team or the Afeniferis, as you would address them, they said they are not even pursuing the estate's case yet. That what they're interested in for now is just the criminal part, whereby they're just trying to unravel who and what actually led to the fire of the deceased. So sometimes I feel like we understand that yes, some people are greedy. Nobody's we can't boast and actually vouch for anybody. But then anytime we see any kind of signal like that, we will definitely raise alarm, and we will actually whistleblow and make people understand that okay, this is what is happening. But for now, I think we should actually pay more attention at the criminal part of this case. We should actually pay attention at what went wrong. What went wrong at the in the house? What went wrong within the people who are with him in the house? What actually led to the fire exactly? You understand? Definitely the estate case would later come out. Definitely, no matter how long it is, it will still come up. You understand? But then let us actually pay more attention at the reason why this guy was unalived. Thank you. Fumisko, you can go now.
Yes.
Wait, for me, wait. Kule, a quick one. Let me just drop this quick submission on what you just said. Is it realitily speaking? And I've said this, anyone that I've listened to me since last year, have said this. It is the Nigerian police that is saddled with the responsibility of investigating this matter, whether we like it or not. Now, the Nigerian police, if, and I've said this several times, if it was the Nigerian police that came up with this paternity matter as a motive, then for me, I will have looked at every possible legal directive as
God bless you, aristocrat. God bless
as
you.
to this matter to say let's pursue it. But if it has to do with the paternity, with the way that is being pursued now, the hen have fucking business. It is the family business. Because even if you hear the reasons why they want to do the paternity, it is not based on motive. It is we that we are making it to based on motive. It is we. Even the family member that claimed they demanded for it, they are not basing it on the motive of his death. They are basing it on the motive of ESA, which really, if you sit without any form of support to anybody, being the third party, it does not have any clear motive, even for the police to pursue. And that is the truth of it. But people were shouting, do DNA. If police, wait, Abati, let me finish. No interject. If police, for example, says...
Abati, if you interject again, please, you'll be dropped, please.
If police, for example, says, we believe that what killed this young man is related to dispute or feud on the paternity of his son, then I believe police, we don't need to, nobody else go shout to police, say, they go do the paternity. They will do it. Whether the mother of that boy likes it or not, police will get it done. They will go to a magistrate court and they will get it done because it has been classified based on that reason. And there is no need to go to any family court. But the paternity of that boy went to family court because it is a dispute between the family and it is regarded as a civil matter. Now, coming back to what you said, and if those Afenifere are now saying they are jokers because they don't really know what they want. And these are also the people that have been confusing the father of the disease with all their rhetorics, saying this, saying that. They are the same people. And that is why we always say, if you have family matter, you bring it to the market square. Now the way market people go discuss and judge them, now it go be. Because market people no go work with fact, they work with perception. And you don't bring them to them, it will tear them anyhow, and so it go be. But if truly you want solution to something, there are processes to do it, and it will be done. So if, as of today that we are standing, and I said, I don't like to dabble into the say then say. If police have come out or will come out and say, we are exploring paternity lineage because we believe there is a fight on the son and could lead to this, that I will agree to. That I'm really going to give my full commentary and some legal perspective to it. But if it does not exist, I'm not interested, because I see it as a civil matter. Whether we like it or not, let me tell you something. When they do that DNA that they will do, it will be positive. The answer will be positive and nobody can fight it. At the end of the day, what do you go do? This same set of people that have been shouting, what would they do? Crowd always follow what is presented to them. They go shift now, then they go shift tomorrow. And that's how it's going to be. But if all of us here could say, hey guys, let us talk to any criminal matter on this matter. All of us don't have business with the DNA matter, as it is in pursuit now, because it is done under family court and it's a civil matter. So we are all meddlesome interloper on that matter. But I am not a meddlesome interloper on the criminal matter, because it is a state prosecuted matter, and that is why I focus on that. And I'm going to focus on that because that makes sense to me. And as a matter of fact, even if you go back, I do not saying, while Mohbad was alive, did he recognize the child as his own? That is a question for us. If the father came to dispute it, I would have loved if in that court, Wunmi did not agree to say, let's go and do DNA. If the judge have actually made a good pronunciation, then we will have seen a judicial solution to it. As to the dispute of whether the grandfather has the right to call for paternity or not, because that would have been good for the jurisprudence. It could have been good, but the way it is, someone else will go to court tomorrow, they will slug it out. Probably they should have exhausted the judicial position on this matter. Not that I yield, let's go and do it. No. Probably they will have gone to the highest court they should have gone, and everybody will see the pronouncement, the ruling of the court to say, if a matter like this comes out, this is how it should be done. Because sincerely speaking, we are all learning from this. We are all learning from this. A lot of people have made mistakes. But as you said, dear host, let us focus on the criminal aspect. And if, for me, we need to focus on the criminal aspect, DNA paternity is not part of the criminal aspect. We need to focus on what happened, what transpired. We need to continue to analyze the evidences of the witnesses. We need to juxtapose it to some reality. We need to begin to tell ourselves that why is it even difficult for police to have seen some witnesses from that concert that day? Are they saying nobody came out from the concert to say this is what I saw, what I didn't see? What about the police that protected, that created cover for Mohbad daddy? Didn't they see anything? If they said he bled profusely, where are the elements of the profuse bleeding, whatever the case is? If he bled profusely, why didn't he have bandage on his hand? Well, a number of questions. And I think that is how we as a people can be doing this. Because just like the IT guy said, the family should fight for justice. Why we seek justice? And when you seek, another word for seek is quest. I love to use that. Someone questioned me on my platform the day I say quest for justice. Say, what is it? I said, you are not fighting for justice because you are not a justice fighter. You are not under bondage. But you are asking question, and that is the quest. Quest is an enterprise of questioning. Seeking is an enterprise of wanting to know. We all should be justice seeker and justice quest. We should seek for the quest on this thing, because when we are seekers, we ask question, uncomfortable question, comfortable question, whatever question you need to ask, because you are not vested in any way. If you need to question the widow, you question her. If you need to question the rats in the house, you question it. If you need to question the parents, you question them. Why? Because you want to see clarity. Why? Because you were not there. and you will be left to make your conclusion. And I think that is how we should be, rather than always fighting each other. But well, it is what it is, that we always becomes. Everybody is entitled to that. Thank you very much, Baba.
Okay, thank you very much, Aristocrat, for your usual clarity. I'll ask you a question now, and that is, what would you have advised? Or okay, let me go like this. Who would you advise between the both parties now, Wunmi and Baba? At least you need to advise someone or one of them. Who would you choose to advise?
If I'm to a person, I would tell them and say, family, you now don't fuck up. That is what I would tell to the whole
No.
family.
You have to pick one. You have to pick one party to advise.
Wait first. Listen to what I'm saying. No, listen to what I'm saying. Number one, I go tell them, say, Aloba family, you now don't fuck up from the beginning of this thing. Because now you make this case to be like Esetelo. Yoruba will say, oh, Dajuru be Esetelo. Now then, Kosam, you now don't fuck up. Now, let's get it right. If I need to advise, and sincere advice, I will say, because if I say I should advise one of the parties, both parties have been doing things that are not totally right, that is not bringing them as one voice. Because the sincerity of it is, every member of the family is bereaved. The parents are bereaved, the widow is bereaved, even the child is bereaved. We can't feel the child now, but the child is bereaved. His siblings are bereaved. His neighbors have been bereaved. His friends are bereaved. The industry is bereaved. The world at large is bereaved, missing his talent. So it would be wrong to say I will advise a party. But this is what I will say to all of them. It is high time they come together and act as one indivisible force. Because it is for the benefit of the deceased to get justice. If there is injustice committed to his death, it is not for them to fight. When they are true, when you are true with what killed him, knowing that everyone around him is a suspect, support the police, give accurate information that you know that even someone that is just being woke up or someone that came from mass is explained to, the person can pick something and find something out. Give it to the authority. Follow up with the authority. Seek for help from people, for people to also help you to call government to action when they are messing up, and ensure that you seek justice for your loved ones. After that is done, because that knowing what killed Mohbad, how Mohbad died, and for everybody to accept whatever conclusion that comes in, is more of better repertoire to everybody, both the public and them. After that, they can now go and fight if they like. It is their property. That would be my own clear position. But advising A or B, this is what you should do.
Okay.
They are all doing what they think is best from the position they are. So if you advise A, for example, go and meet this and do this, they will not do it, because at this stage they are fighting. But what will help their case, what will help the justice for Mohbad case, is when the family understand what is at stake and what is at stake. If they have some kind of misgiving that what killed that young man is not right, then all of them should sort that and come back and fight themselves. If they want to share his clothes or his shoes, that is a different thing. But that he died and it will not be again. It will be more painful if they try and failed than not trying at all. Thank you very much, man.
All right, thank you very
Please
much.
answer Aristocrat the question. Please.
Sorry, Susie, before you go. Sorry, before you go. I just want to ask you this. Sorry for that. Aristocrat, you said that